Roblox implemented this staggering system that stops terminated users from simply making another account. Their method of functioning and detecting such skepticism is by scanning their database for accounts with identical information such as your password, email, phone number, possibly username and birthday, and primarily your IP address and hardware ID. This seems like a pretty niche feature. If someone's account are to break Roblox's community standards and result in a termination, it's only logical that every other account linked back to them gets terminated too due to evading an enforcement action, right? Of course. However, there's one little tiny problem. This flawless system will terminate anyone. Whether or not you've never had a terminated account or had any record of breaking Roblox's community standards in any form, this system can flawlessly wipe your account falsely in an instant. Now, sure, I might be over-exaggerating. This surely isn't a common issue, and Roblox surely reverts these actions, right? No! It's Roblox! What did you expect? This brilliant system of theirs has falsely flagged hundreds of thousands of accounts, and a good majority of accounts affected by this have not been unterminated. Of course, I wouldn't be making this video if I wasn't thrown into the loop as well. I'm sure you can take a guess that my main Roblox account has also very much been terminated for allegedly avoiding an enforcement action by creating or using another account. I'm sure you can also take a guess that I never avoided a termination by creating or using another account. The screenshot you're looking at was taken hours after I was terminated on the 13th of November, and you may notice something completely wrong about this screenshot. My ban review date was last August. Now, if I was terminated on the 13th of November of this year, and I took this screenshot on that same day, there's no other answer but this being Roblox's mistake. Sort of. What happened here was my main Roblox account was flagged for being an alternate account to evade a termination, meaning Roblox's system apparently found a Roblox account that somehow has a connection to my main account, and this other account was likely terminated in last August. Others have had this same effect, so this is likely the solution. So, if this is Roblox's wrongdoing, did I have to make this video? I can simply just send an appeal and clarify I'm innocent and did nothing wrong, and that's what I did. 150 times. In my first few appeals, I told the truth stating what I had just now talked about. My first appeal was rejected within minutes for the reason misusing Roblox's systems. That's very helpful, and so I sent another appeal with a slightly rewarded response. Same thing. I pleaded for my account that had thousands, tens of thousands of hours and dollars and dozens of games that were worked on so deeply that has now all been ripped away from me unfairly. I received the exact same response. This would be when I researched more into this enforcement ban system, and it became abundantly clear that I was not the only victim here. I would mainly stumble across a dev forum post by 1IK, stating 22 of his accounts were terminated. Obviously, he tried getting all of these accounts back to the best of his ability and sent a magnitude of appeals. Try to guess how many of his accounts are unterminated today. 1. That is not a joke. Only one singular account of his was successfully recovered, and the way he got it back was by lying in his appeal saying that his younger brother got terminated, and since they would be in the same household under the same IP address, 1IK would get terminated too. This method somehow unterminated one of his accounts. I forgot to mention, if this wasn't already crystal clear, this appeal system is entirely automated and reviewed by AI bots. It becomes painfully noticeable that it is when you don't get a dissimilar response and get rejected within the same minute you send an appeal. The fact that you can thankfully get your falsely terminated account back by literally using a copy pasta, lying and manipulating Roblox's AI is not sanitary and unsafe for the platform, considering anyone can do this, even users who have been rightfully terminated. Others have attempted this same method, including me, and whilst some accounts have been mind-blowingly reinstated because of this whack method, others haven't had quite the luck, including me. If your account is terminated after 30 days or longer, you cannot appeal anymore. Since I was terminated on the 13th of November, if I had yet to get my account back by the 13th of December, which is the same day this video is being posted, I would no longer be able to appeal. So, let me recap this last month for you. Out of the 150 appeals I sent, only one of them just so happened to give me an actual human response. And believe it or not, according to all of the information they have, they believe I was rightfully terminated. I followed up asking what terminated account is even affiliated with my account. Funnily enough, they were unable to provide any additional information to the table, which I think is extremely hilarious considering others have been given this information of what terminated account Roblox thinks they're associated with. I, again, replied asking why they were unable to provide information that I'm positive they have. I never got a response. However, something did change and happen revolving around my termination. They fixed the review date of my termination. This is what upsets me the most. My one and only theoretical of why the review date was incorrect has been completely thrown out of the window. Why cover up the old review date that now nullifies my theory that made Roblox look better in this case? Let alone, why remain me terminated? Was there ever a possible alternate account to begin with? Are they just heavily misunderstanding the situation, or do they just not care about their platform and its creators? Another artifact I wanted to mention in 1IK's situation was Creekcraft, Chaseroonie, and Ruben Sim. All popular YouTubers around Roblox acknowledged and shouted 1IK's rut of a situation to help him get all of his work and everything back. Still, only one account of his was reinstated, and we already know this recognition he got was not the reason he got it back. It's scary that no matter who you are, no matter how much support you have, things will likely not go your way and be enough, even if you're not the one at fault here. Popular Roblox YouTubers have been terminated for simplistic yet unbelievable reasons, and if they didn't have a good fraction of that support and popularity, they wouldn't get anything back. Someone affected by this system out there published a video as a last resort to get their account reinstated and blew up, receiving 500,000 views. It's cold that your only option to getting your account back is by hoping enough people randomly see your situation and shout it and support you. This is sad. Throughout the dev forum thread 1IK posted, one of the replies struck out to me a lot. To all the people that think, oh, it's not a big deal, many people are reporting this as well. So many people are getting enforcement banned, it's not even funny. And when you think it's not that serious, it happens to you. I was actually aware of the position 1IK was in just days before I was terminated. Like the paranoid person I am, I wanted to save and download every game in place of mine as a local file in case this very thing were to happen to me too and not lose everything. Of course, I'm also a bit lazy when it comes to tasks like this, and look where I ended up just a few days later. This quite literally can happen to anyone. If I got terminated among hundreds of thousands of others, you can too. I never downloaded any of my games and places to a local file. Over the months I slowly have, but a good portion of my creations are just inaccessible now forever. I was actually working on another big, probably last Roblox game after a long time on a local file. I spent weeks, months working on it and was going to finish and release it exactly 2 weeks after I was initially terminated. I still had the assets in local files, so I tried continuing development on another account, and look where that got me a day later. I wanted to make this video as a resignation and final send-off to this platform for me. I'm not some crazily popular user on Roblox, even though I'm somewhat known for a few games of mine out there for being really difficult or really depressing. I just don't think I have enough support and notability to somehow impact Roblox enough to change their mind. Even if this video amasses hundreds of thousands of views, which it likely won't, I still think I'm just not going to get these years worth of everything back, and I've unfortunately stopped caring and accepted that fact a long time ago. It sounds blunt saying I stopped caring about the situation after a few days and moved on, but a multitude of people have been clearly put under a lot of immense stress relating to this enforcement ban system, including me. But regardless of how hard and deeply I've thought about this for the last month, having only this on my mind, unable to focus on everything else around me, I'd still be in the same position I'm in right now, just without this unnecessary stress and be able to focus on other stuff. I'm sure the situation matters a lot more to some people, but the only piece of advice I can really give to others going through this same problem is to just not think about it. Thinking and stressing about this for weeks or months only limits you from doing other stuff around you in your life and nothing else. But don't lose hope. There have been some people who have gotten their accounts reinstated by some miracle, so don't take this message as a accept the loss and move on thing, because the probability of getting your account back isn't zero. I'm, on the other hand, basically quitting Roblox for good. Even if my my account is dismissed and back in my hands, I just can't bother to interact with their outrageous platform just to possibly get terminated again for something out of control in the future, and it sucks. It really does. I plan to make a pretty long and impactful video on Roblox's 20th anniversary, talking about a lot of history and experiences I've had with the platform, and that's basically not happening anymore because of Roblox's decisions. Roblox is not a sustainable platform. It isn't bad because of the community or fanbase, mostly. The problem here is the CEO and staff who really need to get a grip and maintain their platform and systems, or best solution, just step down in general and hand it over to someone who actually cares about the platform. And this is but one problem I've lectured about with Roblox's troubles. I could have made this video hours just talking about the dozens of safety concern issues Roblox has on their platform if I cared enough to. Like the age verification they're implementing, the Schlep situation where he's probably still forbidden from accessing Roblox's platform despite the only major positive things he did for Roblox following the enormous support he has, including Chris Hansen. What matters anymore? The only realistic option in my eyes looking at all of this is just quitting the platform. It's never going to change. David doesn't care. Their platform has only gotten worse, and it really isn't worth stressing about the terrible decisions they're making. This is simply my decision, and I don't want to turn this into some call of protesting or boycotting, having others leave the platform because of the actions Roblox bestowed onto me and others. I find doing that, especially for a person like me, very futile for something to actually make a difference, even if everyone that knew me would resign from Roblox's platform. It's your decision at the end of the day, and I'm partly making this video just as a public statement of what happened to my Roblox account, since some are only now beginning to notice or have yet to even notice this situation I'm in, and I'm sort of just tipping my hat off to Roblox as a final goodbye, so it's your decision. But seeing the condition of what Roblox has done to their platform over the years, I'm not surprised if you end up making the same decision I did.